What's up, guys? Juggalo23451 here from the Overclock.net forums, and hopefully I make this video quick because it takes too damn long to load up on the internet. Okay, I'm sure you can figure out what this is. And these lovely screws. These came off the heatsink, and these are what actually held the heatsink in place a little bit. These are real small black screws. And if you couldn't tell, I had the ring of death on my 360. Alright, gonna do a rundown of the parts needed to fix your Xbox 360. Make sure to click more info, and I'll have the PDF which I followed, which fixed my red ring of death. Okay, gonna need 8 M5 decimal 80 by 10 machine screws, 16 flat washers nylon, 16 5mm flat washers metal. Okay, let's do a rundown of how to take apart the 360. Okay, you got this lovely plastic thing here, and basically if you go in here, I'm sure if you go online and all that wonderful good stuff, you'll be able to find how to take apart your Xbox 360, but I'm going to do a rundown real quick. Basically, you'll take this screwdriver, except it's not the right kind. Get like a drillerish screwdriver, and you'll see little pegs. You push down, and you're gonna pop, 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 pop. One here, roughly. One right here. One right here, and then the other side. And of course, same goes for the other side of the 360. Okay. This is what you need right here. Real small screwdriver. Alright, you have tabs on your 360 once you remove your faceplate, which is right there. You have 1, 2, 3, and you just take it and you pop them. And remember, by doing this, you have your little Microsoft sticker. You void your warranty. But if you don't have a warranty like me, you don't care, and I just did it. Alright, let's go on the other side, how to take apart the 360. You have these little slits. You stick your screwdriver in there, and you heard that little pop that made. See that? That means that's done. And you take your hand and basically pry it apart a little bit, and you do that for 2 slits right here. Sorry for the bad lighting. Then right here, there's about 4 or 5 of them. One right here, roughly here, 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 and there's one right here. And you push that in. Once you got that all said and done, all the fun part in taking apart the shell. Hopefully don't cut off my head. But you take your T9 or T10 screwdrivers, but they're not screwdrivers. They're basically, they look like a star. They're meant for like adjusting your headlights in your car. So if your dad's a mechanic, go and ask them. I guarantee you they'll have the parts, or not the parts, but tools needed. Once you do all that, take your T9 or T10. You undo the silver bolts first. That takes the cover off. That's actually protecting the motherboard, I guess, the top half. Pull that off, and once you do that, you'll actually have the motherboard exposed and be in the metal frame. And then from there, you take out all the gold pieces, not gold pieces, but gold screws with your T9 or T10. And then from there, you lift up your motherboard, and basically you have to take off your X clamps, which are these right here, and basically get a screwdriver, and they'll basically be like this or this, I can't remember, but basically get underneath here and lift up like that, and they should pop off. Once you have them popped off, you have the 2 popped off, the other 2 will be easily that pop off. Take those off. Take your handy dandy razor blade. Oops, I forgot. You also have to take all these off for the heat sinks. Sorry about that. But take all that crap off, and then once you have the heat sink completely off, make sure you get your wrench, and you'll take these little guys off. Now back to the razor blade. Scrape off the goop. Use 2000 grit sandpaper to sand it down. Get your screw. After you're done with everything and removing the goop from the heat sink, the CPU, and the GPU, use a 91% isopropyl alcohol with you can use cotton swabs and you'll be fine. And then after I did that, I used the sandpaper and sanded down the heat sink to make it a little smooth and all that good stuff to make sure there's no crap on it. Then I took my OCZ freeze, put a little dab in the middle, get my heat sinks ready. But before I did that, I took my screws, my M5, and this is what I did. I put basically metal, then nylon, then metal, making sure there's no metal touching the motherboard. That's why you do that, so it won't cut it short. Once you do all that, you put all your heat sinks back in, only hand tighten it, and then from there you have to bake your 360 and make sure you have everything disconnected, which I hope that'll be common sense. You have to remove the DVD drive, unhook the DVD drive as well, and unhook your fans as well while you're doing all this. Okay, and then after you put all your heat sinks on, hand tighten it, you're basically gonna have to put it back together a little bit and basically have a little, it's like a little tab that's like this big. It's your power panel and it pops right in, and you turn that on for 2 minutes. Make sure you have your DVD drive plugged in for 2 minutes, or try to think, your HDMI cable or AV cable hooked up to the TV. Okay, once you turn that on, you're gonna get 3 rings, and then after a couple minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, you're gonna get 2 rings. 2 rings means overheating. From when the Xbox 360 shows 2 rings, basically time it for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, let it run, turn it off, then put everything back together again. Hook up your Xbox 360 and turn on, and hopefully you get your image on your 360 when you turn it on. Let's see, and hopefully it'll work. It worked on mine. Just a little proof here. Hopefully I don't go over 10 minutes. Let's see. There we go. Ta-da! See, my 360 works. I guess, thanks guys for watching. Have a good day. It's a good day here, as you can tell. Feel free to rate this video, comment, subscribe. Make sure to click more info into seeing how I fix my 360. Bye.